The greatest obstacle to your future is not out there. It's the voice in here. Let me ask you something simple, but powerful. Have you ever doubted yourself? I know I have. And I'll bet at some point you have too. We've all heard that voice. You're not smart enough. You're not ready. You're too old, too young, too late. And here's the dangerous part. If you hear that voice long enough, you start to believe it. And once belief starts to slip, so does your potential. Because here's the truth. You will never rise higher than your own belief. Don't join the easy crowd. You won't grow there. Go where the demands are high, the expectations are high, and the pressure to perform is high. Your success doesn't start with your bank account, or your education, or your background. It starts with you. It starts with believing that you're capable of change, that you're capable of discipline, that you can learn and grow and build. So in this speech, we're going to walk through 5 powerful truths, 5 parts to help you remove doubt, reclaim your belief, and realize that you are the key to your future. Let me tell you a secret most people won't admit. The biggest enemy you'll face isn't the economy. It isn't your boss. It isn't even your past. The biggest enemy is your own doubt. It's not what happens that determines your future. It's what you do about what happens. You see, doubt starts small. A quiet voice, a bad experience, a little failure. Then, suddenly, it becomes a belief. And beliefs become decisions. And decisions create your life. That's how powerful doubt is. Here's what's tricky about doubt. It doesn't need proof. It just needs a little room. You miss one opportunity, and suddenly you believe, I'm not lucky. You make one mistake, and suddenly you think, I always mess up. You get rejected, and you say, I guess I'm just not cut out for success. That's how doubt takes hold. It uses moments to shape your mindset. But here's the key. You gave it permission. And if you gave it permission, you can take that permission back. You weren't born with doubt. You didn't come into this world thinking small. Somewhere along the line, you learned it. From someone who didn't believe in themselves. From a painful experience. From the noise of the world. And if you learned it, you can unlearn it. How? By replacing it. You replace it with discipline, with preparation, with small daily wins. Confidence is not a gift. It's a habit. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. If you work hard on your job, you can make a living. But if you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune. Every time you choose growth over fear, you chip away at doubt. You take your power back. You know what doubt really does? It talks you out of action. It makes you overthink. It convinces you to wait. And eventually, it convinces you to quit. But here's what I know. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Because failure teaches. Doubt prevents. Failure says, try again. Doubt says, why even bother? And if you let it, doubt will quietly steal 5 years. Then 10. Then your whole future. So what's the solution? Vision. You've got to see yourself, not as you are, but as you could be. You've got to hold a picture in your mind of the person you're becoming. Stronger, smarter, more confident, more valuable. Because when the vision gets strong, doubt gets weak. You must constantly ask yourself, who am I becoming? If you're becoming someone worth believing, you won't have time to dwell in self-doubt. Don't let doubt do your thinking. Don't give it control over your direction. Replace it with discipline, with action, with vision. Because the moment you believe in yourself, truly believe, you begin to attract the people, the opportunities, the breakthroughs you've been waiting for. But it all starts here, in your mind. If someone else can do it, you can do it. And if no one else has done it, you can be the first. Your doubt does not define you. Your decision does. We'll talk about the habits that begin to rebuild confidence. Daily disciplines that destroy doubt one step at a time. Let's keep going. You're just getting started. Discipline is the foundation upon which all success is built. Lack of discipline inevitably leads to failure. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you kept a promise? To yourself? You see, confidence isn't built by thinking positive. It isn't built by hoping. It's built by action. Daily action. Small wins. Disciplined steps in the right direction. Because while doubt is noisy, proof is louder. When you act, you begin to prove to yourself that you can trust you. And nothing builds confidence faster than keeping your own word. You can read all the books. You can listen to all the speeches. You can visualize and affirm. But until you move, until you do something, your doubt will linger. Don't just let your learning lead to knowledge. Let your learning lead to action. Doubt thrives in delay. It feeds on procrastination, but it dies in motion. Even the smallest action begins to weaken doubt's grip. Because now you're not just hoping, you're proving. Confidence is really about self-trust. Can you trust yourself to do what you said you'd do? To follow through, even when it's hard? To show up, even when no one's watching? Most people don't lack ability. They lack follow-through. And every time you break a promise to yourself, you chip away at your own belief. But every time you keep that promise, you reinforce belief. So start simple. Wake up when you said you would. Go for that walk. Read that chapter. Make that call. Finish what you started. Every small victory is a deposit into your self-worth. Success is a few simple disciplines practiced every day, while failure is simply a few errors in judgment repeated every day. Discipline creates a gap between the person you used to be and the person you're becoming. Confidence isn't about grand gestures. It's about stacking wins, day after day, step after step. You don't need to conquer the world before noon. Just do what you said you'd do. That's enough. And as those wins stack, so does your confidence and your belief and your momentum. Small hinges swing big doors. Let me share something powerful. The best way to change your beliefs is to change your behavior. When you act, you create evidence, and your mind pays attention to evidence. It starts to say, wait a minute, maybe I can do this. Maybe I am capable. Maybe I am changing. Because now, belief isn't just theory. It's real. It's lived. It's proven by you, through you. You can't hire someone else to do your push-ups for you. You've got to do the work, not just on daily, because daily action builds daily proof. And proof is the foundation of confidence. Now here's where most people mess up. They wait for motivation. They wait to feel like it. But motivation is a feeling, and feelings are unreliable. Discipline, though, that's a decision. And if you train yourself to act on decision, not emotion, you'll build confidence that can't be shaken by mood or circumstance. Because confidence built on discipline doesn't rise and fall with your feelings. It's steady, it's earned, and it's strong. So let me ask you again, can you trust yourself? If the answer is not yet, that's okay. Start rebuilding that trust today. One choice, one action, one discipline at a time. Because when you create a track record you respect, you'll stop doubting yourself. You'll walk differently. You'll speak with clarity. You'll decide with courage. You won't need validation because you've already validated yourself through action. You want to stop doubting yourself? Then don't wait. Work. Don't overthink. Act. Don't let the perfect plan delay your imperfect start. Move. Each day is a new chance to prove that you're not who you used to be. You're stronger, more capable, more disciplined. And it's not because you told yourself, it's because you showed yourself. The greatest value in life is not what you get. The greatest value in life is what you become. And every disciplined action, every small win is helping you become the person who no longer needs to wonder if they're enough. Because now you know, you're not just wishing, you're proving. The major value in life is not what you get. The major value in life is what you become. If there's one truth I've learned, It's that you don't get your goals by chasing them directly. You get them by growing into the kind of person who can attract them. And that means your goals will always demand something of you. Not just effort, not just time, but a new version of you. That's right. The next level of your life requires the next version of your identity. Not just what you do, but who you believe yourself to be. Because here's the truth. You don't become what you want. You become what you believe. We all carry an identity, a mental image of who we are. And without realizing it, you behave according to that identity. If deep down you believe you're average, you'll never take massive action. If you believe you're always a step behind, you'll sabotage your progress. If you believe you're not good at finishing things, you'll find a way to prove that true. Why? Because your brain is wired to stay consistent with your identity. If you want to change your life, you must first change how you see yourself. Here's what most people miss. Your current identity didn't start with a conscious decision. It was shaped over time, by your past, by your environment, by what others said about you, and most of all, by what you said to yourself. You didn't wake up one day and say, I want to think small, but somewhere, somehow, you picked up a story, a label, a belief, and now you're living out a version of yourself that was never truly, chosenly inherited. It's time to rewrite that. You don't change identity through wishing. You change it through behavior. See, identity isn't fixed. It's built. Each time you act in a new way, you send a message to yourself. This is who I am now. You start showing up early. You're becoming someone who values time. You begin finishing what you start. You're building the identity of a finisher. You speak up when you used to stay silent. You're becoming confident. The point is, you earn belief by behaving like the person you want to become. Don't just set the goal. Ask, what kind of person would achieve this? Then go become that person. One disciplined decision at a time. To rewrite your identity, you must raise your standards. What you tolerate, what you accept, what you expect from yourself. Because if you keep allowing the same excuses, you'll keep getting the same results. A new identity comes from holding yourself to a higher standard. Even when no one's watching, especially when no one's watching. That's how respect is built. And when you respect yourself, belief follows. You also need to consciously let go of the labels that no longer serve you. I'm not good with money. I'm just lazy. I'm always inconsistent. These are not truths. They are habits disguised as identity. And they're only true as long as you say they are. So stop repeating what disempowers you. Speak the identity you're growing into. I am a disciplined person. I finish what I start. I'm the kind of person who keeps my word. You might not feel it yet, but identity doesn't follow feeling. It follows choice and consistency. Here's a powerful practice. Close your eyes and imagine the future version of you, the one who has already achieved what you desire. Ask yourself, how does that version of me think? How do they act? What do they say yes to? What do they say no to? Now, bring a piece of that version into today. Live from that place. Speak from that place. Act from that place. The more you align your current behavior with your future self, the faster you become that person. You are not done. You are not fixed. You are not stuck. You are still becoming. And every time you choose growth, every time you break a habit, every time you act out a vision, not memory, you're rewriting the script. You're shaping an identity that inspires you, not one that limits you. Because the truth is, you are the author of your own story. Don't hand the pen to your past. Your future is waiting, but it will only recognize the version of you that believes, acts, and lives with intention. So choose today to become someone you believe in. You cannot move ahead if your thoughts are stuck behind. We all have a story, a past, a few regrets, a few scars. But the question is this: are you carrying your past, or are you being controlled by it? See, one of the greatest challenges in personal development is learning how to let go of what no longer serves you. The doubts, the mistakes, the failures, the people who told you you wouldn't make it. If you don't learn how to break that cycle, you'll live every new year with old limitations. The past is a great teacher, but a terrible master. Learn from ites, but don't live in it. The past is not equal to the future unless you live there. Some people treat the past like home. They revisit old pain. They replay old criticism. They relive mistakes. And they call it reflection, but it's really imprisonment. You've got to stop using your past as a prediction of what's possible. The past is not your identity. It's your history. And history is not destiny. Let's get honest. Some of the doubt you carry, it's not even yours. It was handed to you by a teacher who dismissed you, a parent who didn't believe in you, a friend who laughed at your ambition, a world that tried to fit you into a box. And those voices, they don't disappear. They echo. Even years later, they whisper. Who do you think you are? You'll never change. Be realistic. But here's what you must understand. Other people's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. You have to choose to listen to truth, not just the loudest voice. And the truth is simple. You are not their opinion. You are not their fear. You are not their limitation. Now, this one is tough, but necessary. You will not break the cycle until you learn to forgive. Not for them. For you. Forgive the parent who didn't show up. Forgive the friend who gave up on you. Forgive the world for being unfair. Because when you carry bitterness, you're still connected to the pain. You're giving the past power in the present. And you can't build a strong future with hands full of resentment. Give yourself the gift of letting go. Because freedom isn't found in control. It's found in release. If your inner voice is always saying, you're not good enough, it's time to write a new script. That voice, it's not you. It's a habit. And habits can be changed. Every day, feed your mind with truth. Speak life into your dreams. Surround yourself with people who remind you of your potential, not your problems. Because when you change the input, you begin to shift the identity. And identity shapes behavior. And behavior shapes destiny. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Don't let every negative opinion walk in uninvited. Don't give every memory the microphone. You get to choose what plays on repeat. Choose something that strengthens you. Maybe you've made some mistakes. Maybe you've wasted time. Maybe you've let doubt win before. That's okay. This isn't about shame. It's about redemption. You can start again. You can forgive yourself. You can change direction. You're not stuck. You're just early in the transformation. And you don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to take the next step. If you take one thing away from this part, let it be this. You are not your history. You are your potential. You are your choices. You are your habits. Your past may have shaped you, but it does not define you. You can break the cycle. You can overcome the voices. You can build something better. How? By letting go of what was, so you can step into what can be. It's not what happens to you that determines your life. It's what you do about it. So do something powerful today. Release the past. Silence the doubt. Step forward with belief. The future isn't waiting for the perfect version of you. It's waiting for the committed one, the healed one, the disciplined one. And that version starts showing up the moment you stop carrying what no longer serves you. The day you truly believe in yourself is the day everything begins to change. Let me begin this final part with a simple truth. You are the key, not someone else, not your circumstances, not your education, your past, or your resources. You, because belief is not just something you have. Belief is something you build. And once you build it taunts, it's rooted deep inside. Nothing can stop you from becoming who you were meant to be. You want to change your life? Then don't just work harder. Believe stronger. Because belief is the engine that drives all progress. If you believe it's possible, you'll try. You'll show up. You'll stay in the game. But if you doubt, you hesitate. You delay. You settle. And settling, my friend, is the slow death of dreams. If you don't believe in yourself, why should anyone else? People don't follow your words. They follow your conviction. Everyone wants support, encouragement, approval. But the truth is, nobody will believe in your dream more than you do. So if you want others to get on board, you go first. You must believe it when no one else sees it. You must stand tall when the world says, sit down. You must act bold when everything inside you says, play it safe. Faith is the ability to see the invisible and make it visible through action. This is what separates the average from the extraordinary. It's not talent. It's not timing. It's the power of belief. Your belief determines how far you go, what you accept, what you expect. If you believe you're only worth a little, you'll settle for less. If you believe you're capable of more, you'll reach higher. You'll stretch further. You'll demand better. Why? Because belief gives you permission to grow. And when belief expands, so does your world. This is one of the most important truths I ever learned. You don't get what you want, you get what you believe. If you want more, you must believe you are worthy of more. If you want better, you must believe you are capable of better. Your belief creates your actions. Your actions create your habits. And your habits create your results. It all starts inside. Success is something you attract by the person you become. So if you want a better life, start by becoming a person of stronger belief. Now, let's get practical. You don't build strong belief overnight. You build it the same way you build a muscle, through repetition. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your belief gets stronger. Every time you do the hard thing, your belief gets stronger. Every time you get back up after a fall, your belief gets stronger. So don't wait for belief to find you. Train it. Feed your mind daily. Review your goals daily. Celebrate your wins daily. That's how belief grows. That's how you become unstoppable. Many people are waiting for the right time, the right person, the right feeling. But the truth is, you're not waiting on anything. You're the one you've been waiting for. Your discipline, your choices, your growth,